Welcome back to Roses and Relics, or welcome if you're new. Today we're diving into one of my very favorite weekend adventures, estate sale shopping. And I'm sharing with you my top tips to help you have your best estate sale experience possible. So let's get started. Tip number one is to do your research. Of course, you have to find the estate sale first, and a great place to get started is estatesales.net. There you can find the address of the estate sale, the time that it starts, and all the relevant information. And you can also create your own separate album on your phone of all of the items that you're interested in so that when you have downtime or you're waiting in line, you can refer back to those items. It's also important to have a plan or map out your route, especially if you'll be visiting multiple estate sales in one day. So know how to get there, get familiar with the area, or print out directions beforehand, and make sure that you have a plan going into it. Also consider the amount of time that you'll be spending at each estate sale. Maybe give yourself an hour or so at each so that you can make sure that you can visit all of the estate sales that you're wanting to and get those items that are on your wish list. Tip number two is to arrive early or strategically late if that's your shopping style. If there's a specific item on your wish list, make sure you get there early, even hours before in some cases, depending on how much the sale has been advertised. Now, if you're just browsing or if you're looking for a good deal, you may want to show up later on in the sale. The last day of the sale is the best time to negotiate. I always like to go on day one if possible, get there early, and then go back on the second day or the third day, depending on what items that I'm interested in, to see if I could get a better deal. Now, you may run the risk that those items are gone. If there's something that you really want, make sure to get there early. Tip number three is to bring with you a few essentials. It never hurts to have a blanket to pad fragile items. Also, if you enjoy collecting crystal or fine china, maybe consider bringing a dish pack with you to pack away all of your dishes carefully. A lot of times, estate sale companies will have packing materials available for you, but sometimes they don't. So make sure that you have everything that you need so that you're well prepared. One item to always bring with you to every estate sale is cash. Some estate sales are cash only, and those that do accept credit cards will most of the time charge a fee. So the best practice is just to bring cash so that you don't have to worry about it. In addition to your essentials, you may want to bring some comfort items with you, especially if you'll be waiting in line for a long period of time and if you'll be sitting out in the hot sun. So make sure to bring your sunscreen with you. Maybe take a good book to read, bring your phone to play a game on. You may want to pack some water to stay hydrated or some snacks if you'll be standing in line for a long period of time. Just take some things that'll make you comfortable. Something else that you may want to consider, especially if you're buying furniture or something that needs to fit in a specific place, is a tape measure. And make sure to check the weather forecast the day before the estate sale to make sure that you're dressed properly, that you have everything you need, your sunglasses, your sunscreen, maybe a light jacket if it'll be chilly in the morning and warmer in the evening. Wear layers, whatever you need to set yourself up for a successful estate sale day. Tip number four is to explore every space. Now, of course, if you're visiting multiple estate sales in one day, you may not have time to look into every single nook and cranny, but in general, take some time to look around. Don't overlook those china cabinets or dusty little corners. You'll never know what you'll find. If a space is off limits, most of the time it will be marked. And if you ever have any doubts, find an estate sale staff member. They'll be more than happy to help you. Tip number five is to know what to look for. Now, this is going to look different for everyone depending on what your collection is, what you're interested in purchasing, but in general, know how to spot quality for whatever item you're interested in. Look for hallmarks on antique porcelain. Maybe look for dovetail joints in furniture, hand painted details. Know how to spot quality. And above all else, trust your intuition. If something speaks to you, it probably belongs in your home. Tip number 6 is negotiating. Now, you may be surprised. You can negotiate at an estate sale and sometimes even on the very first day. So, here's what the pricing structure typically looks like at an estate sale. And just know that this can be different for everyone. This is just a general rule. On day one, all of the items are full price. Then, day two, the items are 25% off. Day three, 50% off, and so on, depending on the length of the sale. So it may be a little more difficult to negotiate on the first day, but we have done it. So if you're looking for a better price on an item, it never hurts to politely ask. Some items may be marked firm, or maybe the estate sale staff will verbally tell you that everything is full price on the first day, no negotiation on the first day, and that's perfectly okay. Just go into the estate sale with an open mind, follow the rules, and have a good time. Tip number 7 is to think creatively. One of the joys in estate sale finds is the potential. Maybe the frame is fabulous, but the artwork really isn't your cup of tea. Maybe there's a piece of jewelry that has a little tarnish and just needs some polishing. Think about the potential of the items that you're interested in and how you'll integrate those into your home. So try to see past what the item looks like when you initially see it and think about how you can transform it into something beautiful. Tip number 8 is to build relationships. Get to know your local estate sale companies. Sign up for their email lists, smile when you see them, introduce yourself, shake their hand, support them if you can. They'll most likely remember you the next time you come in, and they may even remember what you like to collect. You may be known as a person who collects French porcelain, antique dolls, maybe someone who loves the color pink. Tip number 9 is to style with intention. When you bring your items home, style them in a way that tells a story. Those items become uniquely yours. They're a part of your home and your story. Maybe mix them with more modern elements or style them in a vignette. Your home becomes a reflection of the beauty that you've discovered and the adventures that you've had finding it. Tip number 10 is to check for damage. Before falling in love with a piece, make sure to carefully inspect it. Take out the flashlight on your phone, look for any cracks, chips, any kind of damage that may prevent you from buying that item. All of the estate sales that we've ever been to are final sale. So it's really important that whatever item that you purchase, you want in your home. So make sure that if it does have damage, you're okay with it. Sometimes a little damage, a little chip here, or a little nick there is part of the charm, and that's perfectly okay. But if there's something that will prevent you from buying that item, make sure you know it beforehand. Tip number 11 is don't overlook the smalls. Trinket boxes, vintage jewelry, teacups, all of those small details can have a huge impact on your space. So while those larger items may be what draws you to the estate sale, don't forget about those smaller pieces. Take time to explore, enjoy the process, and you may even find an entirely new collection that catches your eye. And my last tip is to trust the process. Sometimes you'll come home with a car loaded full of estate sale treasures, and other days you may not find anything at all. But that's the beauty of the hunt. Curating a home takes time, so don't rush the process. Enjoy spending time with your friends and family, and always know there's another estate sale out there and more heirlooms to be found. Hope these tips have inspired you to check out an estate sale in your area or have elevated your current estate sale shopping experience. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for our next estate sale adventure.